Welcome back to economics class. Today's topic is factors determining price elasticity of demand. In one of my videos, I've given the factors determining demand, that is price of related goods, income of a consumer, taste and preferences of the consumer. Here the topic is factors determining price elasticity of demand. Before going into the topic, here the two things I need to clarify. In the elasticity we have types. One is elastic, another one is inelastic. So elastic means which expands and contracts. Here expansion and contraction is not in a physical component, I am saying it's in demand. Okay, here the concept is all about the demand. The demand is expanding, the demand is going to contract. Contraction is nothing but lesser, demand is becoming lesser. Expansion is demand is becoming more or greater. So the elastic here means the demand will increase and decrease. Inelastic means the demand doesn't respond that extent, that change. Inelastic means remaining constant. So inelastic, which is constantly, which doesn't have any kind of a changes, means doesn't give much response to the whatever the factors changing, the demand is not going to change much. That is elastic and inelastic. Now there are 6 important factors. The price elasticity of demand depends on several factors. Among them, I've given here some important factors are nature of goods, availability of substitutes, income of the consumer, price of goods, variety of uses, deferred consumption. Now we'll see what is the factors which is response for the price elasticity of demand. First, let us see the nature of goods. So nature of goods, for example, necessaries. So necessary goods, comfortable goods, luxury goods, these are all the different nature of goods. Okay. For example, when you take the necessary goods means rice, wheat, sugar, milk, these are the necessary, essential goods. And these goods for life and the demand for such goods does not change much in response to the change in their price. Here the most important thing you have to observe is the concept is all about demand, and the demand is responding whether the demand may increase or whether the demand may decrease or it may remain constant. Okay, so it is all changes is taking place only because of the price. Okay, this you have to remember, the price, because how the price is changing, the demand is responding towards that. Whether it is elastic or inelastic, we have to find out. That is what the topic is all about. Okay, so now in the nature of goods, we have a necessary goods. Okay, for the necessary goods I told you, like rice, wheat, sugar, all that. For such goods, because it is essential for life. Okay, we need it. And the demand for these goods will not change much in response to change in their prices. Okay, so the demand is less elastic. Okay, that means it will be inelastic. On the other hand, if you see demand for the luxurious goods means like a car or a bungalow or gadgets, okay, precious jewels, pearls, okay, and these are the luxury. For this the response will be more. A small change in price will lead to the greater changes in the demand. It will lead to the more elastic. That means it will be elastic. For the luxurious goods, it will be elastic. For the necessary goods, it will be inelastic. We'll see the example now. So here the different types of goods, that is nature of goods. In the nature of goods here, essentials, already I told you, sugar, wheat, these are the essential goods. For the essential good, the elasticity of demand, what kind of elasticity will be? It is elastic. And for the luxurious good, the demand will be inelastic. Okay, so here whatever the price changes for the necessary goods, the demand will be lesser, the same. Okay, and here for the luxury goods, whatever here for the necessary goods, the demand will be inelastic. Even the price increases more, even the price decreases more, the demand will be same, because it is necessary for life, it is essential for life. But at the same time, for the luxurious goods, here because of small change in price will lead to greater change in demand. The demand will be more. Okay, for example, precious jewels, now recently the gold prices are increasing more. Suppose we heard a news that 1000 rupees decreased or 500 rupees decreased, a small change only in the gold price. What we'll do? We demand more of gold. Okay, so for luxurious goods, the demand will be elastic. So this is the first nature of good. And the second factor which is determining the price elasticity of demand is availability of substitutes. Availability of substitutes, demand tends to become elastic if there is availability of close substitutes. If there is a close substitute, the demand for such close substitute, we have the elasticity of demand will be elastic. See, for example, we can find tea and coffee. These are the substitute goods. Suppose if the tea prices are higher, we can go for coffee. Suppose Coke prices are more, we can go for Pepsi. For example, toothpaste, okay, Colgate. If one we doesn't like, because for these goods there is a availability of substitute. Okay, if Pepsodent not, we can go for Colgate or Close Up. We have a substitute. Okay, for these goods the elasticity of demand will be elastic. Okay, because people compare the prices of substitute goods and cheaper goods are purchased. So it will be like a food items, soap, toothpaste. Okay, for these goods they'll compare the prices between the goods and they will go for the cheaper one if there is a availability of close substitute. Okay, and for some goods there will not be a substitute. Okay, for certain commodity there will not be any substitute. Okay, for example, I can give you here, I've showed the image of onion. For onion, is there any substitute? No. And also in the image it is shown salt. Okay, for salt any substitutes are there? No, there is no substitute for salt and onion. Okay, if there is no substitute for the goods, if a good has no substitute, demand becomes inelastic there. Okay, so this is the second factors which is determining the price elasticity of demand. And the next one, income of the consumer. So in the income of the consumer, for the people with less income, if the income is less, okay, so if the income of the person is less, the demand will be more elastic. On the other hand, for rich people, the demand will be inelastic because they are ready to buy goods at any prices. For the poor people only the income is matters. Okay, if we have less money, we will buy less. But for the rich people, even the prices goes up, the prices goes down, for them it is not a botheration, they are ready to buy at any price. Okay, so here the income with the less, the demand will be more elastic. Okay, this is the another factor which is determining the demand. And the fourth one is price of a goods. See, each and every good has a price, different price for different commodities. Okay, so very high price goods or it may be a low price goods have less elasticity of demand. So there will be a minor changes in the price of these goods, will not affect their demand. Okay, so price of the goods are another factor which is determining the demand. Next we will see variety of uses. Okay, so in the variety of uses, if a good has a variety means like multiple uses. For example, I have given here milk. So milk has multiple uses. Okay, out of milk what and all we can do? We can drink milk, or we can use it, we can take butter or a ghee or buttermilk, we can make sweets. Okay, we can do cake, so many things we can make out of milk. Okay, it has a multiple uses. Not only milk, also iron, steel. Okay, with the steel we can make so many things. Okay, furnitures, bureau, okay, rods, okay, so stand, so many things we can make from steel, like coal, electricity and all. Okay, these are the goods which has a multiple uses, we can use it for many purposes. Okay, so when a good has a multiple uses, demand becomes elastic there, because with a fall in price the same good can be used for many purposes. Okay, so in such cases if a good has only one use, okay, specific purpose, suppose if a good has any one single use only, for example I can say here whatever the price may be, if the good has a single price, the demand will be inelastic. Okay, for example here I have showed fertilizer. So fertilizer, apart from using for growing the plants, can fertilizer can be used for some other purposes? No. For example, seeds. Seed is one commodity. What we can do with the seed? Only to plant. Okay, to grow the plants we need the seeds. For example, eatables, other than eating purpose, what else we can do it? It has a specific purpose. Okay, in such cases the demand will be inelastic. When a good has a multiple uses, the demand will be elastic. Have you got it? That is variety of uses. So the next one is deferred consumption. So deferred consumption means, deferred is nothing but postponing, delay, postpone, that is nothing but deferred consumption. See, when the deferred consumption comes, if there is a possibility of postponing the use of a particular good, demand for that good will be elastic. Okay, for this it will be elastic. For example, car, bikes, okay, TV, these are the goods we can postpone. Okay, not if this month, we can buy next month, not this year, we can buy next year. It is possible to postpone these goods when we buy. Got it? So for such goods the demand will be elastic. If there is a possibility to postpone the consumption, it is possible, okay, then the elasticity of demand will be elastic. Price elasticity of demand will be elastic. Suppose if the good does not have a possible to postpone consumption of a particular good. For example, here medicines are given. Okay, goods not possible to postpone. Suppose if person is dying with some sickness, okay, we want to treat them immediately, we need drugs, we need medicine. Can we delay next month? I'll buy and give it medicine. Treatment I'll do next month. We cannot postpone at all because it is necessary. So during that time the demand will be inelastic. The demand will be inelastic. Okay, so these are the factors which is determining the price elasticity of demand. Once again we'll go back, just the main thing I wanted to go with. Okay, so for the necessary goods, the price elasticity of demand will be inelastic. For the luxurious goods, it will be the price elasticity of demand is elastic. For the availability of substitutes, for the substitute goods, it is the price elasticity of demand will be elastic, and here it is inelastic. Next we will go income of the consumer. When the income of a consumer is less, okay, at that time it will be elastic, and if the income of a consumer is more, for them it is inelastic. The prices of the good, if the prices of the goods are low or high, accordingly elastic and inelastic will be determined. Next, variety of uses. So for the multi-purpose, it will be the price elasticity of demand will be elastic. For specific purpose, when we are using certain goods, it will be the price elasticity of demand will be inelastic. Deferred consumption, if the goods has a possibility to postpone the consumption, at that time the price elasticity of demand will be elastic. If it is not possible to postpone, at that time the price elasticity of demand will be inelastic. So these are the important factors which is determining the price elasticity of demand. So next we will see the another topic, elasticity and expenditure. Okay, so we will see what is elasticity and expenditure. Okay, elasticity means already we know responding. It is a measure of responsiveness. Elasticity means measure of responsiveness. Here, between what concept we are studying this measure of responsiveness means under the elasticity, between the price and demand, we are studying the relationship between the price and the demand. So the measure of responsiveness to the change in its demand towards one of its determinant, okay, that is the elasticity. And expenditure, suppose we are buying one cake, okay, so one cake is 20 rupees. One cake is 20 rupees. 20 rupees is a price, 1 is a quantity. Got it? Now I am going to buy 2 cake. So 2 cake price what will be? 2 cake into 20. 2 into 20 will be 40. So now how much I spent money? 40 rupees I spent to get 2 cake, and each cake price is 20. So 2 into 20 is 40. Now how much my spending was? 40. That 40 is nothing but expenditure. Okay, how much I spent? Spending is nothing but expenditure. Got it? Now the relationship between the elasticity and demand, we will see. To study this, already we know the law of demand. So the law of demand states that other things remaining constant, when the price increases, demand for that good will be increased, and when the price increases, demand will decrease. This is the law of demand. You know that, okay. The same thing, the values have been depicted here. We are going to calculate a small problem here. Let me tell you how to calculate. To get the expenditure on a good is equal to demand for a good and its price. Okay, I'll write down here. Expenditure, also I can use the term total outlay. Total outlay means total. Okay, expenditure is nothing but total. Okay, total equals this demand I am representing as Q, okay, for a good and its price. So now total equals Q into P. To calculate this elasticity and expenditure, the formula is to get this expenditure is nothing but total outlay equals Q into P. When you multiply the quantity demand with price, you will get the expenditure, how much we spend the money. Okay, now we'll go here. Here is the example given in a table. The method of total expenditure has been explained with the help of a table. Okay, now the price is given like 10, 9, 8, 7, 1. Okay, and quantity demanded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is given. Okay, now in this table what you have to observe, when the price is more, demand is less. Look here, in this price column, which is the highest price, 10. When the price is high, the demand, see here, in this quantity demanded column, which is the lowest commodity, 1. Okay, when the price is more, the demand is less. And in the price column, the last number you see, 1. And in the quantity demanded, which is a greater number, 10. So when the price is less, 1, demand is more. Have you observed the values here? Now, so the price is given, quantity demanded is given. We have to find out this expenditure. So this is the expenditure part. How to get the total expenditure, that is total outlay, by multiplying P into Q. If you multiply P into Q, you will get the total outlay. Okay, we'll see 10 ones are 10, 9 twos are 18. If you multiply 8 threes are 24. If you multiply this P with Q, you will get the total outlay. Okay, again 1 tens are 10, 2 nines are 18, 3, got it? So this is how to calculate this total expenditure method. Okay, and now we'll see, this is the expenditure have done. We are relating this expenditure with elasticity. Okay, now elasticity of demand, we'll find out. Already in the one of my videos I've posted elasticity of demand. There we have 3 types of elasticity of demand. Number 1, price elasticity of demand. Number 2, income elasticity of demand. Number 3, cross elasticity of demand. In the price elasticity of demand, 5 classification we have discussed. That is, number 1, perfectly elastic demand, perfectly inelastic demand, relatively elastic demand, relatively inelastic demand, and unitary elasticity of demand. If you remember that, this will be understood easily. Now we'll go to calculate this. See, here the elasticity of demand is greater than 1. Here the elasticity of demand is equal to 1. Here the elasticity of demand is less than 1. Okay, how it is indicated here, we'll study now. Okay, here when the price of the commodity, okay, here it is given, the quantity demanded is given, the total outlay is given. Okay, here what you need to observe, here in the bracket 4 values have been taken, here 2 values have been taken, here 4 values have been taken. Okay, now if you observe that the total outlay, first value is 10, next second value is 18, 24, 28. That means whatever the prices, okay, it is, the prices are becoming lesser and lesser here, and the total outlay here is increasing, 10, 18, 24, 28. So when the price is decreasing, if your total outlay is increasing, for that point we call it as elasticity of demand is greater than 1. Fine. Next, when the price is decreasing, whatever the price, either from 6 to 5 or 5 to 6, whether it is increasing or decreasing, the total outlay remains same, 30-30. Okay, you observe here from 6, 5. Whatever the changes in the price, the total outlay is remaining same, 30-30. At that point, the price elasticity of demand, we call it as equals to 1. ED is equals to 1. Now, the prices are decreasing still more, and here what happens to the value here means 28, 24, 18, 10. The total outlay is going in a decreasing order. Even the price is less, here the total expenditure also is less. It's going in a decreasing order. For that, we call it as elasticity of demand is lesser than 1. So this is how to calculate the elasticity and expenditure. Thank you for watching.